Talking about the black gold today, right? Which is the oil market. The oil market, a very wonderful market. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, right? So you joining us for the first time, you are not late, right? You are not late. All you have to do is to subscribe, like, and share to your friends, those of them close to you, in order to benefit from everything happening in this channel, from everything good happening in this channel, right? So the black gold, which is the oil, is not a perfect safe haven. Though so many persons hedge it against so many things, right? But it's not a perfect safe haven compared to the gold market, right? But we are here to solve the problem of, are we going to go for a buy or are you going to go for a sell for this year's market, right? Is the market going to be for a buy or for a sell this year in order to make profit and trade profitably this year, right? So before going to the chart, talking about the chart, I would like to talk a little about the fundamental part of it, right? So it's very good and it will be very good for we to note this, right? So number one, oil market has never had a perfect trend. Oil market has never had a perfect trend. You see a market will move from $45 per barrel at a support zone, moving to $75 per barrel at a resistance zone, $80 per barrel at a resistance zone. You fall back, not having a perfect trend, right? Just the way you see it here on the chart, right? You can see ranging, moving down, moving up, moving down, moving up, right? So it has never had a perfect trend. Not only that, oil price is affected more by fundamentals. Oil price is affected more by economic news, economic data, right? So take for example the Russia-Ukraine war, right? Um, Russia was now sanctioned by the United States, and what happened to the oil price? Oil price went high, very, very high as a result of shortage of supply from a particular country, right? So economic data, crisis, and a lot of things affect the price of oil very much, right? So these are the things that affect the prices of oil, right? So technically, oil price will be for a buy this year, right? Technically, oil price will be for a buy this year, but we're going to see to that on the chart, right? So oil price at the same time will be stochastic, right? So we all know that oil has never had a perfect trend, right? It has never had a perfect trend. So we're talking about it being stochastic this same year, even though it's gonna be for a buy, which we will see if we prove that on the chart, but at the same time it's going to be stochastic, right? Technology also affect the price of oil. This one can never be overemphasized, right? This one can never be overemphasized, right? Before now, the usage of oil was very, very high, but right now you can see the increase in the usage of the solar, the hydro, the electric vehicles, a lot of things. So limiting the usage of the oil, right? So all these things affect the oil price, right? If the US is buying, oil will be selling. This is one thing to note. If the United States dollar, or whenever the United States dollar is bullish, the oil price will be bearish. And whenever the United States dollar is bearish, the oil price will be bullish, right? So it's very important we note this. OPEC to tighten the price of oil, right? OPEC is an organization, countries, right, that does the exportation of oil, right? Oil, right? So they are thinking of tightening the price of oil or tightening the supply of oil, right? You remember when there is high supply, when there is excess in the market, what happens to the value? The value drops. And when there is low supply, the value also does what? It will cause a demand, and the demand will result to the higher value of that particular product, right? So they are thinking of ways to make the oil price to go higher for this year, right? Fear and tension as a result of sudden fall of price, right? There is always fear and tension as a result of sudden fall of price, sudden fall of oil price in the forex market or trading it as a commodity, right? Affected by the law of demand and supply, right? Oil price is also affected by the law of demand and supply. As a matter of fact, if there is anything affected by the law of demand and supply, up to 90-80%, you talk about the oil price, right? So let's quickly get to the chart. Let's quickly get to the chart. You can see that the oil is at a very sensitive support zone, right? This is the monthly time frame because we are talking about higher or longer time for the year. We are not talking about being or only a daily analysis or a day trader. We are not talking about scalping here, not even the swing trading, right? You're talking about a long-term trading, right? That those of them taking position, the investors in the market, right? You will find out that the oil price is at a very sensitive support zone using the monthly time frame. Okay, let me get the monthly time frame, right? So this is the monthly time frame. This is the monthly time frame, right? So we have to, you can see where the price is right now. So many persons are forecasting that the market is going to push high, right? A lot of persons forecasting that the market is going to push high, right? As a result of the support zone, this is the daily time frame. As a result of the support zone, the market is right now. But the buy this year is going to be more of the fundamental than the technical aspect of it. It's going to be more of the fundamental than the technical aspect of it. Only two things will make the oil market or the price of oil to go higher. Number one is the dollar dump. Dollar dump. Remember, when oil price or when the dollar or when United States dollar is selling, what is going to happen to the oil market is going to be buying. This is a very wonderful secret. Dollar dump, when people dump dollar or when the dollar is being sold or when there is a lot of sell-off for the dollar, the oil market is going to be for a buy. The oil market is going to be for a buy, which we already seen is already happening. A lot of persons taking position against the dollar already. So as a result of that tension, people, a lot of persons will go in for a buy for the oil, right? So when the dollar is being sold off, the oil market begins to gain strength, right? Not only the dollar dump, the BRICS, right? The BRICS also one of the causes or one of the things that is going to make the oil price to go higher fundamentally, right? So looking at this, even technically, the market is at a very sensitive support. That doesn't mean that the market cannot break it, right? It doesn't mean that the market cannot break the support. There is still possibility that the market can break the support and still continue the sell, right? But looking at the way things are, the dollar dump and the BRICS, there will be a U-turn for a buy for the um, oil market, right? The oil market is expected to buy for the year, right? So you're enjoying the video, remember to subscribe, like, and share to those of them close to you, right? So as a way of recap, we started with the black gold, right, which has to do with the commodity, which is the oil, right? And we made a lot of points here, right? Talking about oil market has never had a perfect trend. Looking at it, it has never had a perfect trend. No perfect trend, right? So it's talking about the stochastic nature of the market. Oil price is affected by fundamentals, more of fundamentals in the market, right? Not only that, technically oil price will be for a buy this year as shown on the chart, right? Oil price at the same time will be stochastic. We've mentioned that. Technology also affects the price of oil, the inventions, creations, and the rest. Electric cars, solar energy, hydropower, and the rest. If the USD is buying, oil will be selling, and that's one of the reasons we say the oil price is going to be for a buy this year because if the United States dollar is being if it's selling off, or if they're gonna sell it off as a result of the dollar dump this year, definitely the oil price will be for a buy, right? Or we go for a buy, right? So OPEC to tighten the price of oil, not only tightening the price of oil, tightening the supply of oil in order to get a demand, a high demand for oil, for people to buy and for the price to also go higher, right? So affected by the law of demand and supply. If there is any asset traded in the forex market or in anything, the commodities, which is the oil market, is one of the market that is affected by the law of demand and supply. Not only affected, but affected very well by the law of demand and supply, right? So thank you very much for joining us for this wonderful meeting. Go make some pips, and also know how to take your positions on a long term for the oil market, right? So thank you so much for joining us today. Bye now.